Hello, here's my collection of electric fence warning signs. I have American Farm Works, I have Dare, I have Zariba, and I have Fi-Shock. I still need to get the Nemtech, Patriot, Gallagher, JVA, Field Guardian, and Corral ones. I also got this rebar post with Fi-Shock insulators on it. These just screw right on. They slide onto the rebar and they twist right on here. And you just feed the wire right into them. And you can see how it stays in there. Yeah, I accidentally put these two on upside down. These holes from the injection molding, they should have been facing down like these ones. Yeah, these types of poles can be used because these end posts or corners, they would take up all the tension. And this would just be pulled straight. So there wouldn't be anything leaning or pulling against this. And what I'm seeing right here is loose wires, meaning these poles moved inward a little bit and loosened the tension. And I also found out, if you ever tighten one of those too much, they all become loose. My grandfather actually owns a farm with horses on it. What I was told about electric fences is, they'll pretty much stop every type of animal except bulls or bison. If the bull sees a red and gets pissed off enough, it can tear right through that fence like it's not even there. Now, there was a farmer that was a good friend of mine. He had some 500,000 volt power lines going through his farm. And I asked him if I could come down to take pictures of the power lines. He said, yeah, just watch out for the bulls because the electric fence won't stop them if they get mad enough. Yeah, there's still about a half a dozen other types of insulators I'm going to add to this. Yeah, the tension of these wires pulls this pole this way. So this brace is here to resist it from leaning that way. Plus you got the guy wire pulling on it, and it comes down to here. Yeah, the strongest part of the poles is at the base. That's why you see this guy wire going like that up to the next one. It's actually strengthening the structure. Also going to get the other type of inline strainer. Yeah, it's easiest to photograph this when the sun goes down and it's all in shadow. It's too hard to see it when the sun's shining on it brightly. Boy, I tell you, I could probably make a huge sundial with this pole. Because I had to wait till the shadow was off of the electric fence signs to do this video. There's a really big fern growing in that window well that I didn't see before. Yeah, that must mean we have clean air, because that's usually what ferns mean, there's clean air. That's crazy how in the wind my BB gun and archery target can get all tangled up, but then somehow it all ends up untangled. If it's electric, I'm collecting it, and as far as I'm concerned, my power line, house wiring, electronics, and electrician line work tool collections are now complete, and now I'm finishing the electric fence collection. I also have an industrial wiring collection, but to finish the electric fence collection, I'm going to get what I mentioned in the video. Next farm supply store trip, I'll pick up a T-post, a fiberglass post, fence bonding taps, and insulated tubing. What you use to build these things with all depends on what you've learned in the past, how much you can spend on it, what the store sells, and the application, like what kind of animals you have. And it's also the same with power lines. You'll see all different kinds of hardware out there, but they all essentially do the same thing. It all depends on what the power company supplies you with, the price of it, and what kind of application you're using it for. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and I hope you learned something.